Attention seniors, you need to go back into classroom and be sure to vote for the senior shirt you want. The first one allowed you to vote multiple times, so a new one had to be made. Be sure you vote before lunch. The winning design will be posted in the senior classroom. Be sure to fill out the size form. If you're not sure, you can try on a shirt in Rebecca's room. $12 to Rebecca by next Wednesday.
If you want community service hours and make homecoming the best ever, email Rebecca to be put in the homecoming Google Classroom. Next week, we'll start building props.
The homecoming game will be Friday, September 20 at Uline Soccer Park. Permissions wait for the bus are in Rebecca's room for the table in the hallway. About 20 people have already turned in their permission slips. Be sure to get yours in before they all fill up.
Attention new and returning students. EST, aka Extended Study Time, is up and running. If you need to stay at school beyond 3:45 to work on class assignments or project, you may stay in the teacher's room who has signed up for EST that day. Lola will make an announcement where EST is being held. EST runs from 3:45 to 4:45 on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. At 4:45, you're expected to exit the building. You cannot stay in the school and attend it. Please make arrangements for your ride to pick you up at 4:45.
Attention all students. When you come in every morning, you need to check off your name on the attendance sheet and also check off under the breakfast for tomorrow list if you want breakfast the next day, and also check off under lunch for tomorrow list if you want lunch the next day. If you only want breakfast or only want lunch, just check that list.
Attention all students. Reminder that we have no school on Monday, September 2nd, in observance of Labor Day. We will see all you on Tuesday, September 3rd. Enjoy your long weekend.
Charity Walk is almost up on us. This year we're supporting Exploit No More, a local nonprofit committed to combating human trafficking. You will be learning more about this problem and what we can do to help. Stay tuned to the announcements for updates. We're also looking for students to lend their ideas to the service committee. We will be meeting after school today in dance room. Join us on Friday with your ideas. Seniors, work you do with service committee can count towards your community service hours. See Jennifer for details.
Attention seniors going to the California trip. Go to Neiman for a box of candy bars. Make some good money to help fund your trip. And also, congrats to the girls volleyball team for winning their first game of the season last night. Both the JV and the varsity had come from behind wins to beat St. Anthony, thanks to some clutch serving by Dulce Garcia and Lauren Larson when the game was on the line. Go Thunder Titans. Also, congrats to the boys soccer team. We took a W yesterday. My boys, they took a 3-0 dub. My dude, Angel Ventura, scored 2 goals. So, yeah. Deuces.
Hi, I'm Alyssa. I'm here to talk to you for our One Book, One School discussion, and I'm going to be telling you about apartheid today. So I'm just going to read some facts for you, and if you want to know more, we'll have some things clipped onto the Google Classroom. So I'm going to tell you first that apartheid was a system of segregation in South Africa. By 1950, the people of South Africa were actually separated into 4 different distinct races that they were forced to register in. So a person could either be described as black, which meant that they were descended from Native Africans. They could be considered Asian, which mainly meant that they were from India. They could be considered white, which meant like the northern European colonizers. They were descended from them. Or they could be considered colored, which meant they were mixed race. So a series of laws were passed during around the 1950s and after that allowed for extreme institutionalized racism. The government allowed over 80% of the land to be owned by whites, even though they only made about 9% of the population. And non-white people were forced to carry documents whenever they entered restricted whites-only areas. Also, it was illegal for members of one race to marry someone from another race. So in 1986, an anti-apartheid act was passed, although it would still be almost a decade until all policies were fully functioning. Nelson Mandela, who I'm sure you've heard of, who was a famous anti-apartheid leader and activist, and he was released from prison after about 27 years of serving for his anti-apartheid acts. And in 1994, he was elected as South Africa's first black president, which is when many consider apartheid to have actually officially ended in 1994. But even today, today, there are still a lot of disparities between the races in South Africa. So in 2017, for example, I found that a third of all Black Africans were unemployed, whereas only 6% of white South Africans were unemployed. Even now, although Blacks make up about 80% of the population, they only own 4% of the farmland. So that being said, conditions are slowly improving, but they still have a long way to go. So again, if you want to learn more, check out some of our links, and we also have some really nice Trevor Noah video clips that we're going to post on Classroom for you too.